Guys, once again, been setting 10 years probably. The gas tank was really old gas in it. There's probably an inch, half inch to an inch of bottom settlement's been in there. We took the bowl off. The bowl's here. We got it all clean. The whole screen on top wouldn't do nothing.
Where you working on?
We did get it, cranking over it, went pop, 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 and that was it. We took the carburetor off, cleaned it, put it back on, did it same thing again. Pop, 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 and that was it. So, what you see is what you're going to get. Once again, like I say, it tried to start, and we couldn't get it to stay running. So you tell me what's she worth? $2,000? $2,000 where? 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. We got $1,000. $1,000. $1,000 where? Give me $1,000. $1,000 give me $1,000. $1,000 $1,000. 500 600 500 600 500 600 100 600 500 600 500 600 500 600 100 600 500 600 500 600 100 600 100 600 500 600 500 600 600 600 600 600 500 600 500 600 700 700 700 700 800 800 700 800 700 800 7,000 7,000 700 800 7,800 7,800 7,800 7,800 800 800 800 800 800 800 800 7.5 7.5 800 800 8.5 8.5 800 8.5 800 8.5 800 8.5 8.5 8.5 8.5 900 900 8.5 900 8.5 900 8.5 900 900 100 900 100 900 100 900 100 900 100 900 900 900 900 you sure 900 8.5 900 8.5 The battery might be dead. The battery is dead. It was sitting in the garage. We worked on it, but somebody worked on it before we did. Turns over really good. I'm going to say it's really low on compression. I think, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm pretty sure, I know that it's low on compression. It was an old battery I just stuck in this morning. So, as is, what you see is what you're going to get. Figure on whatever you need for low compression. We got $1,000. $1,000. $1,000. 500. 500. 500, 105, 500, 100, 500, 100, 500, 100, 500, 105, 500, 100, 500, 100, 500, 105, 500, 100, 500, 100, 500, 100, 500, 105. We've got 300 on it. 200, how you getting that at home? 200, 300, 200, 300, 200, 300, 103, 200, 300, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 400, 500, 500, 500, 600, 600, 500, 600, 500, 600, 500, 600, 500, 600, 100, 600, 500, 600, 100, 600, 500, 600, 100, 600, 100, 600, 500, give me 5.5. 500, 5.5, 500, 5.5, 500, 5.5, 500, 5.5, 500, 5.5. We all through and all done. 5.5, 600, 600, 600, 600, 600, 600, 6.5, 6.5, 700, 700, 6.5, 700, 6.5, 700, 6.5, 700, 700, 700, 700, 700. So, 6.5. Nobody played with the gear shift, did they? You didn't put it in gear, did you?
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Thank you.
I unhook the batteries, nobody jumps on and starts it and takes off.
Is this a triple corner?
I have no idea. The people that own all this, they did have, or may still do, have a farm down the road, and this was in that barn, and a couple wagons and a hay baler. When I had everything advertised or pictured, they brought it over. We quickly tried to get stuff pictured on it, but I don't have no idea. Does anybody know if it's a 444?
It's a 44.
44? Okay. There you go, guys. What you see, what are you going to get? You tell me, what is she worth? 3,000? 3,000 down, 3,000, 3,000 down, 3,000 down, 3,000 down, 2,000 where? 2,000 down, 2,000 down, 2,000 down, 2,000 down, 2,000. 2,000 down, 2,000 down, 2,000. 1,500. 1,500. 1,500. 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, 1,500. We got $1,000. $1,000. We got 500. Let's run. 500. 300, 400, 300, 400, 300, 400, 400, 500, 500, 600, 600, 600, 500, 600, 600. I got 5, need 6. 600, 600, 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, 700, 600, 700, 600, 700, 600, 700, 600, 700, 600, 700, 700, 800, 800, 800. I got 700, 800, 700, 800, 7,000, 7,000, 700, 800, 700, 800, 700, 800, 700, 800, 700, 800. I got 700. Give me 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 700, 7.5, 700, 7.5, 700, 7.5, 700, 7.5. We all through and all done. 7.5, 800, 800, 800, 800, 800. 800, 800, 800, 7.5, 800, 7, 800, 8.5, 8.5, 800, 8.5, 800, 8.5, 800, 8.5, 900, 900, 8.5, 900, 8.5, 900, 8.5, 900, 8.5, 900. All through and all done. All done. 8.5, 900. We all through and all done. 900. 8.5, 900. 8.5. One. He said, let's start with the baler. I'll go right straight across, come up the back road, and finish up the front road. On the baler. Give me a start.
200 bucks.
You can't hurt me or scare me. I got 200, 300, 200, 300, 200, 300, 103, 300, 100, 300, 100, 300. I got 200, 300, 200, 300, 100, 300, 100, 300. I got 200, 300, 200, 300, 100, 300, 100, 300. I got 300, 300, 400, 400, 400, 3.5, 400, 3.5, 400, 4.5. 4.5, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500. I got 4.5, 500. 4.5, 500. We all threw 500, 5.5, 500, 5.5, 600, 600, 600, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 600, 6.5. Now 700, 700. 700, you all threw now 7.25, 7.5, 7.25, 7.5, 7.25, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. We all threw it all done. 7.25 and a half. What? 7.25 number. Somebody tell me what it's worth. And 30, 25, 30, 25, $30, $30, 25, $30, $30, 30. Now 5, 35, now 40.
Yeah.
Now 5, now 5, now 50. 50, and 5. $50, 55, $50, 55, 55, 55, 60, 60, 55, 60, 60, 60, $55. It says John Deere, but I can't believe it's a John Deere. I think it's just a
Remake.
remake. Steel wheels and all. You tell me what she worth? About 800. 800 where? 800, 100, 800, 100, 800. 800, 100, 800, 800, 100, 800. 800, 100, 800, 800, 800. We've got 500 to start it. We've got 400. It ain't where it starts, it's where it ends up.
100.
200, 300, 300,
2.5.
2.5, 300, 2.5, 300, 2.5, 300, 2.5, 300, 3.5, 3.5. I got 300, 3.5, 300, 3.5, 300, 3.5, 400, 400. I got 3.5, 400, 3.5, 400. You can bid against it, Gary. 3.5, 400, 400, 375, 400, 4.25, 4.25, 400, 4.25, 4.25, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 475, 475, 500, 5.25, 5.25, 5.25, 5.25, 5.25. I got 500, 5.25, 500, 5.25, 500, 5.25, 500, 5.25, 500, 5.25, 5.25, 5.25. 5.25. Total $500.
40.
It's a buggy. It's a buggy. Who's got 300 on it? 300. 300, 103. 300, 100, 300, 100, 300, 100, 300. Who got 300? Got 200. 200. 100. 200. 100. 200. 100. 200. 100. 200. 200. 100. 200. 102. 100. 200. Give me 200, Gary. 200. 100. 102. Give me 200. 100 and a half. I got 100 and a half.
And a half.
And 200. 200. 2.5. 2.5. 300. 300. I got 2.5. 300. 275. 300. 3.25. 3.25. I got 300. 3.25. 300. 3.25. 300. 3.25. 300. This would fit right on top. 300. 3.25. 300. 3.25. 3.25. 3.25. Total $300. Number 145. Who's got 50? 60. 70. 80. 90. 100. 110. 120. 130. 140. 50. 150. 160. 150. 160. 150. 160. 150. 160. 150. 39. Let's sell this little scoop and probably come off of a trailer or back of the truck. We've got a couple dollars on it. $2 bill. $2 bill. And three. $2. 84. I don't know. Blower. On the blower. We've got $100. $100. $100. 50. 25. $10 bill. 5, 7. You want to work, don't you?
Sure beats
5,
postal
7. 7, 5, 7. 7, 10.
Yep.
10, 12. 12, 15. 20. 25. 30. 5. 35. $30. 35. 35. $30. 143. We got the elevator over there. Give me a start on it. 25. $10 bill. $5 bill. $2 bill? No. Look at the wheels on the front of it. Burn the rest.
Right behind you, trying for 2. Nope, I not want it.
You don't want it.
I don't want it.
A lot of wood.
Gnarly gear on it.
Yep. Everybody got $2 for it? $2 bill? I haven't been there all day, but I'll take $1 now. Anybody got a $1 bill for it? All right. this and this together. $20 bill. Haul your logs out from the behind the barn, maybe. $10 bill. That swivels to turn.
Better than nothing.
15.
Now 20. Now 20. You might as well go home loaded when you load the tractors. Now 20, 15, 20, 15, $20, $20, 15 and 20. Am I back in at 20? $15, 125.
25.
I don't know.
Thank you.
You tell me what's she worth? $100 bill. If it had grease zerks on it, I knew a guy wanted it, but he looked it over. 50, 25, 10, 15, 10, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 10, 15. $10 bill, 84. Gearbox for a windmill. We've got $20 on it. $20 bill, $10 bill, 5, 7, 7, 5, 7, 7, $5, 84. I don't know how you guys can get her out of here.
Back to the trailer, I'm dragging it out.
There you go. We've got $100 on it. $100 bill. Pardon me? I thought I said, he said 25, I thought somebody said something else. 25, 30, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, 50, 45, 50, $45, 84. I have a